everyone, it's been about 11 months since my last unboxing and review video. Let's change that. BFU of Bay Area Nerf sent me this. This is the new Nerf Modulus, and this thing is huge. Look at this box size. From what I've heard, the Nerf Modulus is Nerf bringing back separate attachment pieces to the market because people have been wanting them since I think the Raider. I don't remember when it was, but it was a long time ago. You could buy different attachments for your blasters separately from the blasters themselves, and people have been wanting that for a long time. And you can see all the different attachments on the back. There's a Jolt integrated stock, there's the stock that comes with the Modulus, there's different sights, there's a shield, there's different muzzle stuff, different grips, and I believe a flip clip as well. And according to Nerf, it's like 1,000 different combinations, which is just ridiculous. And here's a picture of a different Modulus, I guess, with some different attachments. But yeah, they're bringing back like separate attachments that you can buy, and this is the blaster to kind of introduce it all. So let's unbox it and get a feel for this blaster. In the box, you will get your Nerf Modulus with a 10-round banana clip. You'll also get this muzzle piece. You'll also get this scope. You'll also get this very comfortable vertical grip. Like, it's extremely comfortable, I'm surprised. You also get a Recon-like stock, and I need to point out that it does not line up perfectly with the Modulus, which is a bit disappointing. And you'll receive 10 white and orange darts and the instructions. So with all the attachments on the blaster, this thing is quite massive. And I have found one big problem already. Watch the stock. It is super duper flimsy. And if you remember the Recon stock, I would say it's actually flimsier than that. I don't know what Nerf was thinking, but why? Why is this still happening? Come on, guys. The one good thing about the stock is that you can put your clips into it just like with the Recon stock. But honestly, I would say trash this immediately and get either a Raider stock or a Worker stock, or just really any other stock besides that one, because it is awful. So with the stock off, let's talk about the looks and feel of the Modulus by itself without the attachments. I'm gonna put these down right here. The Modulus itself is rather large. I haven't really played with a Demolisher, but this thing feels about the same size as the Demolisher without the bottom part right here. But the front area where the bottom grip is quite comfy. However, the grip itself is not. It is very chunky. It's very rectangular, and this part, this edge right here, likes to dig into my hands, and I am not too much of a fan of it. My finger also grinds up against this top area right here, and it's just not a pleasant experience. Now, let me say this. I get a lot of complaints from people about my hands and grips, saying that it's built for kids and that I'm an adult and my hands are different. While this is true, you must remember that there are a lot of college kids out there who play with Nerf guns, and a lot of people in businesses and office spaces who have blaster wars as well. So Nerf does think about this, and while the grip does fit my hand pretty well, I will say this little ridge right here is a little bit uncomfortable as it squeezes my pinky up against my ring finger. This edge is so bad, and my thumb is also grinding up against this side over here. There's definitely going to need to be some epoxy putty work done to smooth this all out, or at least grind down this edge right here with a Dremel. It is awful. Even though the grip is not comfortable, the trigger and the rev trigger are quite comfortable. The rev trigger doesn't have the little bulge that's usually on it, it's just a slant, and I really like that. It's very comfortable. It fits into the grip itself very nicely and keeps the flow of things going, so very nice, and the trigger does look pretty cool. Let's talk about this rail. Usually on the top of blasters like the Rapid Strike, the Long Shot, and the Stampede, the rail would come up here and then do that. This is a hanging rail, and I think it is very cool, and it's also very comfy to hold on to. There's a little bit of flex with it. I don't really know if that was intentional, but I might as well mention it. But it is a very, very comfortable thing to hold, but I don't see myself actually carrying this around like this ever. The clip release is also very comfortable. The groove in it fits to my thumb very nicely, so that is also a bonus. But besides that, this is just a very, very big and chunky blaster. Overall, the shell is decent. I have my complaints with it, but there are also some very nice looking aesthetics to it, especially at the front right here with that kind of intricate design. And I do like this little orange piece above the barrel, but it's just a very big blaster overall. The front is very comfortable. The back, not so much. One other feature I'd like to say before we move on is this thing does have a flip-up sight, but I don't know why they would put it if your line of sight goes right over it. I'm not really sure. I guess it's really only for the aesthetic look, but just useless. And because it is a battery-powered blaster, you can find the battery tray right underneath where the grip is, and it takes 4 AA's because we're not using a push motor, we're not powering a camera or anything like that. It is a reshelled strife, so it only needs 4 AA's. Now that we've gone over basically the aesthetics and the looks and the feel of the blaster, let's see how it's shooting by putting it through the chronograph. So this thing is shooting very nicely with the stock motors. Nerf really doesn't always give us the best motors, but for the Modulus, they are looking pretty darn good. The only problem I have is the windup, but you really can't do anything about that when you're using 4 AA's. But very nice chronograph readings, so this blaster is shooting quite well. So overall, this is a big blaster for what it really is, and that is a strife put into like a cut down demolisher shell. And that leads me to my first complaint, which is I really feel like Nerf should have gone full auto with this blaster. It is a great shell to have just some full auto features in it. And I really wish they did that because I'm personally getting tired of just all the reshelled strife stuff. The demolisher, the cam, this. It's just getting kind of old, and there needs to be something that can go up with the Rapid Strike in my opinion. But that's just a personal little thing of mine. Overall, this blaster is rather good looking. It looks pretty cool. It has a nice futuristic-y vibe to it. Though I do have to say the whole entire attachment thing seems like a gimmick to me because everything on the box kind of looks like it's made just for the Modulus. It doesn't have a neutral color scheme that can really go with everything. It just looks like it belongs on the Modulus, and I wish they would change the color of it because it just looks kind of like a cash grab at this point. Not really something that will look good on other blasters, just stuff that will look good on the Modulus itself, which is a bit disappointing because while I'm glad they're bringing back attachments, I wish they would do it in a way that doesn't seem to revolve around one entire blaster. And at that, a rather expensive blaster for what you're getting, especially with this really flimsy stock that doesn't even line up. I'm so disappointed with that stock. But there are others, including one with a jolt inside of it, which looks very cool. So my final verdict for the Modulus is I'm on the fence about it. It does not have a comfortable grip. It's just very large and expensive for what it actually is, and that's a strife. However, the looks are very nice. I love this carrying handle, and there is what appears to be a lot of room for integration. You can slice all this down. You can put something underneath of it very easily, which is very cool. So I'm on the fence about it. I like the looks, I like the aesthetics, but as an entire blaster itself, I'm just not really impressed by it. It's just a big, clunky strife that Hasbro wants you to put attachments on and spend more of your money, making it cooler. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to say about it. But the performance is great, and that's a very good sign for the future of Nerf. So yeah, it really depends on what you want out of this blaster. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this review, and as always, have a great day wherever you are.